Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. My name's Noelle and I review and unbox subscription boxes here on my channel, and today I have a lovely box that's been sent to me all the way from Dingle, Ireland. Actually, I noticed this time because they do a little shrink wrap and they were nice enough to put the label on the outside of that instead of right on my box, so my box looks like it's in good health and condition, no sticky stuff on it this time. But I did notice that it said it was from Limerick, so maybe it has to go through the postal service in Limerick. I did also notice, because my Ireland box has a very active Facebook group. There is a separate group if you want to do spoilers. People get very upset with you in there if you post any spoilers in that group. I just want you to know. But I have been noticing that especially our friends in Canada, because they do ship internationally, not just to the US, but throughout the world, have been experiencing some customs and tariffs that upon receipt of the box, and it's quite a bit. So I am very sorry for those of you who are experiencing that. I think it could have been because of that time, towards the end of last year when Canada Post was not working, and maybe there's just been some mix-up between using couriers and Canada Post, but hopefully that doesn't continue for all of you. And for those of you few people that I did notice in that Facebook group that are experiencing customs and tariffs here in the US, I am very surprised. I personally, knock on wood, knock on all the wood, I have never experienced that and had to pay customs tax on receiving this wonderful box, so hopefully I never have to. It is still a very reasonable price, but it's never fun to pay extra just to get your box of goodies from my Ireland box. So the box, someone had also pointed out to me in my last review, because I don't go onto the site every single time that I post one of these videos, you did note that the price has gone up slightly to $53.49, so that's only by like $3.50 or so, and then the shipping to the US has also gone up to $18.75, and again that was just a difference of basically $3.75. So all in all, an increase of $6.75, something like that. So not terrible, understandable considering that they are shipping it to us all the way from Dingle, Ireland or Limerick. So I do still appreciate it, but I just want to let you all know as much as possible when there are price changes with any box. So we always get wonderful items in this box. We'll usually get some tasty treats. For some people, it's worth it. For some people, it's not. And that is definitely the case with any subscription box. That's why I have this channel, just to show you what is available out there to help you decide how you want to spend your money, if at all, right? And maybe just, you don't necessarily even subscribe to boxes, but you do enjoy watching the unboxing process, and I am here for you for that reason as well. So let's open it up and see what we've got inside. This time we have the dark green tissue paper. You never know if it's going to be that bright lime that wakes you up or if it's going to be the dark green. And then I usually go ahead and carefully remove the items, and this is kind of fun. So they kind of come out in a little sling, a little basket, if you will, and then the recipe card and Catherine's booklet, she is the owner and curator of the box, is always on the bottom, kind of providing some foundational support, if you will. So I'll slide that out of here. Oh, I'm seeing some familiar brands in here that make me very happy. I do like that she includes a lot of consumable items in the box. Now, I will say that as with any box, sometimes in my opinion, you can go overboard with that, because consumable items like foodstuffs, they tend to be the lower value items, so you don't want just food stuff unless you're, subscribing to a snack box. But I think it's nice to not just have clutter in your home. The other thing that I think is nice about my Ireland box is that for the most part, she does a really good job of not making it feel super touristic, not necessarily souvenir-y. Occasionally we will get something that says Ireland on it. Those aren't usually my favorite pieces, but usually very lovely items from Irish makers. Sometimes she even commissions and has things made specifically for my Ireland box subscribers, which I think is lovely. This box is wonderful for anyone who is planning a trip to Ireland, anyone who has visited Ireland, anyone who just has interest in Ireland. And I know there are a lot of people in the States that have Irish heritage, so this is a box that they like to enjoy with the entire family. And that's another good reason for those consumable items. All right, so I have located the booklet. Ooh, this is a hefty one. She does it on nice glossy paper. I thought that was a horse at first, and then I realized it was a cow. But you can see there's lots of images inside, lots of writing. She tells us what's going on in Ireland at this time of year, as well as traditions from the past. Sometimes there'll be music or poetry, recipes, extra recipes, and then there's usually, oh, look at these little donkeys, they're so cute. There is a whole section called Let's Meet the Makers, and that is what I focus on, just because we would be here all day and I would have to film like 10 different videos to read the booklet to you, and that is, you know, that's the perk of being a subscriber, is getting that booklet. let's read about the booklet before we go on. It says, I say often, this is in Catherine's voice, so you have to imagine it in a nice Irish accent. I say often how much I love writing this booklet and researching more about ancient traditions, finding all the knowledge that I can help you along your journey of foraging, not foraging, I guess you could forage a little bit, forging an even closer bond and connection with Ireland. I know that so many of you love it, and I just love researching and bringing you all on adventures, and now with Seamus on the My Ireland Box minibus. I did see something in here about Seamus and the My Ireland minibus, but I'm going to have to read the stories in the booklet a little bit more later. There's so much to write about, and it's such a great way to transport you to Ireland. Who is Seamus, and what is the My Ireland minibus? That sounds like so much fun. It sounds like I might have to plan a visit sooner than later. All right, and then here I'm going to flip to the recipe. Man, she does such beautiful images, and I actually do some photography for this box over on my Instagram account. By the way, that's at Maui_Noel if you want to check it out. And I'm always like, but her images are just stunning, and she does most of the images in the booklet as well, and then she does even the images that were in the calendar that we got at the end of the year. So I know at some point Catherine's gonna be like, I don't really need you to take photos anymore. I'll be like, I totally understand, because these are beautiful. So this recipe is for something called Granny's Apple Cobs. When I see my mother making these, I know she is in a world of her own, transported back to her youth in her own mother's kitchen in County Tyrone. These apple cobs are simple yet delicious. My mother often reminisces about the orchard outside her childhood cottage, where she and her siblings would pick apples for my grandmother, who had already prepared the short crust pastry. The apples would be hugged in pastry, their cores filled with sugar and cinnamon, and baked to perfection in the warm stove. It warms my heart to think that the My Ireland Box community can now enjoy this cherished recipe together. I hope you love all of the surprises. I adore mine. I sent myself a box this month, as I know that I will use and enjoy everything. Plus, it's my birthday in February. So happy birthday, Miss Catherine. I'm not sure when it is exactly, but I guess that makes you an Aquarius probably. But happy birthday. So they're kind of like little mini apple pies, and you can even see they kind of cut little leaves out of the top. Definitely looks like something on the Great British Baking Show, right? Especially now that whenever I hear like short crust pastry, I'm like, oh yeah, I totally know the difference between that versus puff pastry and this and that. Love that show. All right, you guys, let's take a look at what we've got this time around. Okay, so the first thing I see is something that is not my favorite thing to get, but still cute. So, and we've gotten them items like this from this company before. It's from the Irish Sock Society. These are very colorful though. Look at them. They look so tropical. So it says that your gra, which is means love, right? So gra is the word. And then here it is on the sock. I'll just pull that tag up a little bit. So are they focusing? There we go. Focus on the socks, not me. So it says, nestled in the heart of Galway, Irish Society is a spirited small Irish business that celebrates the joy, wit, and warmth of our Irish culture through their vibrant and quirky socks. Founded by Alex and Joanna, their mission is to bring a smile to your face with every step. For the special love-themed My Ireland box, we chose their Gra Mór socks, which beautifully embody the Irish phrase for big love. These socks are not only a playful nod to romance, but also a heartfelt reminder of the deep connections we cherish with those we hold dear. Perfect for spreading a bit of Irish gra wherever you walk. So, and I always just remember that because the name of one of my Ireland Box sheep is Granie, which has to do with love or sweetheart. So that's really fun. These are actually very cushy. I don't know if you can see. They're like nice and cushy. Now, I kind of joke because, as many of you know, I'm not a big fan of socks. I will wear slipper socks around the house when it is cold and wet outside, as it is today. But in general, I don't even like shoes. I grew up in Hawaii, so did a lot of barefoot walking, did a lot of flip-flops. Don't wear a lot of shoes and socks. I mean, obviously I will when it's like wet outside or snowy, or I'm, out in a city somewhere, but I'm not really a sock girl. So, by the way, if you're interested in joining the Nobot Nook, and there is a few membership questions that you do have to answer, that's the one that always tricks people up, because I want to know that you've been watching the channel for a while, because we're a very select few in that little group. So there's only a few hundred of us in there. So you have to know what some of my favorite things are to receive. And in all honesty, as lovely as these are, I'm just not a sock person, but I also love to gift items to people, and I already have someone in mind who might like these socks. But that should give you a big hint if you are trying to join our No Bot Nook, our private Facebook group, in terms of that first membership question. All right, I saw something. Oh, it's a different package. So this is fun. So we've definitely gotten Mella's fudge before, but usually like more in a candy bar shape. Look at this gorgeous packaging. I love that this is kind of a Valentine's box. And I will tell you, I did receive my box before Valentine's. Usually we get our My Ireland boxes a little towards the end of the month, but I think she was trying to push these out for the American friends to make sure that they could enjoy Valentine's Day. But this is so nice. Madagascan vanilla and butter, made for sharing. So that's so perfect. It says, from the lush landscapes of County Cork comes the award-winning Mella's Fudge, and some of our members know it well. It says now it well. I was like, oh, what? It says it has always been a hit with members, but we have not included it for a while now. Yes, I have been lucky enough to review this box for several years now, so I am so grateful. It says melt in the mouth, Irish butter, and kind of addictive. This is an Irish brand beloved for its rich and unique taste. Crafted by Mella herself, this artisanal fudge is made using traditional methods and the finest Irish butter, resulting in a creamy fudge that simply dissolves in a pure bliss experience. For this love-themed My Ireland box, we selected the vanilla and Irish butter fudge slab, and I know that this is a treat that you and all of our members will adore. It's the perfect way to share the sweetness of Ireland, evoking warmth and nostalgia in every bite. So maybe she actually has, I was just thinking, maybe she has like a 3PL in Limerick, and maybe they pack the boxes, because she was talking about how she had a box sent to herself. And I was able to request via Catherine that they put the labels on the outside of my box, because I love that Cliffs of Moher image that we've got on that box. And so often the last couple of months since they started doing that shrink wrap, which I realize is a good idea, and probably a good idea honestly to protect the label, that I spend a good amount of time trying my hardest to pull that label off without ripping and tearing the box into smithereens. So speaking of ripping and tearing the box, I was trying to open this up so that we could take a look, but like I said, I do take photos of this box, so I always have to be a little bit ginger with my process. Oh my gosh! Handcrafted in small batches in Clonakilty for feasting with friends, it says, because a little fudge will go a long way. Oh, look at that, just gorgeous slab of buttery, fudgy goodness. Madagascan vanilla. So nice, and such a perfect, I like the modern kind of packaging. It feels very elegant for fudge, right? Okay, let's see what else we've got. We have Sugar Plum Sweetery from Mullingar out of County Westmeath. It says, based in the charming town of Mullingar, Sugar Plum Sweetery is a haven for lovers of handcrafted chocolate and sweets. Oh goodness, I think I found it. This family-run business takes pride. Oh my gosh, look at this. Oh, I can't take it out, but there's like some sparkly on it. There's some little gold balls. Can you guys see that? I'll keep reading. It says, takes pride in creating artisan treats that are as delightful to look at as they are to taste. For this love-themed My Ireland box, we couldn't resist including their Gra Love Milk Chocolate Bar, a sweet celebration of Irish Gra, wrapped in creamy, dreamy chocolate. I first discovered this gem of the store last summer while on the way to Atchell Island, and after popping into their shop in Mullingar, I knew their creations would be perfect for our members. It's a delicious reminder of the care and craft that makes Irish treats so special. I love that big old heart in the middle, and there's like little stars and sprinkles. I'll try to take some close-up photos for you when I have a oh, look it, it's all like bubbly on the back. The mold that they use for the bars. That is so lovely. I don't even know. It almost like feels like a phone with this like gold bar up here. So I'll do my best to take some lovely photos for you for over on my Instagram, but it probably won't be for a couple of weeks or two because I have to, you know, head on over there and then come on back. So let's see. Then we also have from Rathborns. Now, I've definitely gotten one of these boxes before. So elegant and fancy, right? So this is amazing. Founded in Dublin. This is a candle. We don't get candles that often from My Ireland box, but when we do, they're very special. As the oldest candle makers in the world, Rathborns 1488, indeed, has been illuminating Irish homes and hearts for over 500 years. Look at this beautiful container. Based in Dublin, this iconic brand masterfully blends tradition with contemporary elegance, crafting candles that capture the essence of Ireland through exquisite scents. Look at this frosted glass candle, so pretty. For this love-themed My Ireland box, we chose one of their luxurious creations, a candle that fills your home with warmth and romance, perfect for setting a cozy, love-filled atmosphere. With centuries of craftsmanship behind every flicker, Rathborne's brings a little piece of Irish heritage into your home, making it truly special. Let's see what it smells like. It smells a little earthier than I was expecting. I don't know what I was expecting. I think I was expecting something really floral, but it probably says, it also really reminds me of a perfume that my grandmother used to wear. So I kind of feel like this is going to sound weird. I feel like there's some floral in there, but maybe some patchouli. I don't think my grandmother wore patchouli, but man, this smells like her perfume. And I don't know what she used to wear. Let's see if it says anything. This is all about Rathborne's on this side. Does it say what we've got? Founded in the heart of Dublin. Let's see, does it say on the bottom? Ooh, Dublin tea rose, oud, and patchouli. Haha, I always joke about how terrible I am about figuring out scents. I got one. So maybe my grandma used to wear something with rose. I don't know if she wore anything with oud. I feel like that's like a scent that we've just been seeing recently. Maybe my grandma used to wear rose. That totally tracks. But it's lovely. Oh, it said it right here on the... It said it right here on the outside of the box, too, in very, like, faint peach writing, but very nice, very fancy. All right, we also got some from County Clare. We got some palm-free, we love that, no palm oil in it, Irish soap, and it just came in a nice paper package. It says, handcrafted in County Clare, Palm-Free Irish Soap is a family-run business dedicated to creating beautiful, eco-friendly soaps that are as kind to the environment as they are to your skin. Recently, I had the pleasure of meeting Catherine, who, like me, spells her name the same way, a delightful rarity, which you guys, when you're posting on Instagram and in the Facebook group, so many of you get Catherine's poor name wrong. So it's with 2 A's. Instead of Catherine, it's Catharin. Remember. At a craft fair, and it's such a joy to connect with someone whose passion for their craft truly shines. I've loved using their soaps for some time now, and their natural ingredients and sustainable ethos make them extra special. With our members asking for more artisan soaps, is that what we're asking for? I'm like, more chocolates. We knew their creations would be perfect for this love-themed My Ireland box, sharing a bit of Irish care and purity with you all. It says it has a little made local sticker that I am trying to, as usual, not rip, but I love a good, simple bar soap, you know? I have a lot of fancy ones. Ooh, look at that. Look at how pretty. You can actually see it says palm-free handmade Irish soap. They've stamped it there. Can you see that? That's kind of cool. And then it's got this pretty striation. And I always love that when you can kind of imagine this big cake of soap that they've got and they stamp it all. And this tells us that it has zero waste. It's rose water. It says rose, I think it's supposed to say rose water, but the ER looks more like an FP, but there it is. That's very nice. How nice. And then I think we have one last item, but this one doesn't seem to be listed in the book, and sometimes she does that. Look at this. We have like a clada and a card. Is this a card that just says gra? Oh, this is interesting. It's like a big kind of floppy envelope. You could actually fit the entire My Ireland booklet in it, so it's very big. It's very big. It's a very big envelope with this lovely card. Oh, this is from Fia and Kate, which is the sister company, jewelry brand of My Ireland box. I've gotten some lovely items. This is to go along with the St. Bridget's cross that we got in the last box. So it was like that, a lovely silver necklace. It says, may Bridget bless the house wherein you dwell, bless every fireside, every wall, every door, bless every heart that beats beneath its roof, bless every hand that toils to bring it joy, bless every foot that walks its portals through. May Bridget bless the house that shelters you. How sweet. And it's written on this like really nice kind of textured, almost like parchment paper in this nice card. So I have a feeling this was probably supposed to come along with our necklace last week, but at the same time, it absolutely makes sense because it is the month of love. It is the box, the love-themed My Ireland box, since we heard that so many times. So it just says Gra, or love from Ireland. From Ireland with love. All right, you guys, lovely box once again. So we got our treats, we got the chocolate bar and our Madagascan vanilla and butter fudge. We got our fun whimsical socks. They are very bright and I love that they're not super like Ireland emblazed. We've got our amazing candle, even though it is rose and patchouli, which are not usually my favorites, but you saw I did like that scent when I gave it a sniff. The lovely soap as well. Just smells like good soap, honestly. Doesn't smell super rose watery, I will say. The booklet, the recipe, and then that lovely poem about St. Bridget's blessing, or I guess St. Bridget's blessing. So thank you all so much for being here. I truly appreciate your support. If you're interested in learning more about Ireland in a really fun way, I absolutely suggest this box. I still don't know if I'm posting every day until the end of the month, but I will do my best. And if not, I do have quite a few boxes lined up for you when I return starting on March 1st. I'll see you soon in my next unboxing.